My dear students, for 11th zoology, it is movement and locomotion in the human physiology. The movements are autonomic also, they are induced, they are Brownian. The definition of the movement and locomotion I have already cleared in the previous chapter. But so far these three terms are concerned, I will try to explain them. Autonomic movement, induced movement, and Brownian movement. It is clear that non-living objects are motionless. Non-living objects are always motionless. They don't show any kind of movement. However, some things show movement by the force. A few lifeless things do show movement. For example, water flows in a river. That is also movement from the high potential to the lower potential. For example, an automobile runs on the road or rails. That is also movement, but that movement is generated by a force or consumption of the energy. Such movements of non-living objects can be distinguished from those of living movements or the movements of the living organisms. These things also move, they utilize energy, they utilize force, but these movements can be distinguished from the movements and locomotion of the living organisms. The movements of non-living objects are produced by the outside forces. On the other hand, the force responsible for the movements in a living being arises within its body. It is clear. Whenever water moves, it moves by the potential gradient from high potential to the lower potential, from high potential of potential energy to lower potential of potential energy. That generates its force, outside force, to move it. Automobile uses oil or gas, oil or petrol or diesel or fuel on which it shows moment. This is the outer force that generates a type of moment in automobiles. On the other hand, the movement in a living being arises within this body. Whenever we see a living body, the movement arises within the body. But in the non-living things, whenever they show the movements are provided outside the body. The force is provided outside the body. In living organisms, the movement is created due to the generation of the force within the body. Water flows in a river from higher to lower level due to force of gravity. Due to the force of gravity or movement from higher potential to lower potential, the water moves up to down. Automobile runs with energy of the fuel, which is not a part of the engine. Movements of non-living systems are induced or passive. These movements are also called as induced movements or passive movements. Movement is found in non-living organisms because they are made to occur by external forces. On the other hand, the movements of living systems are autonomic. The movements of living organisms are autonomic because these movements are generated by a force of energy. That energy is within the body, that is affected by the organisms themselves without any external influence. This is the difference between autonomic movement and induced movement. Autonomic movement takes place in non-living things, and induced movement takes place in non-living things, and autonomic movement occurs in living organisms. Then it is Brownian movement. What is Brownian movement? This movement is also called as molecular motion. Molecular motion. Again, this Brownian movement is non-living movement. It is a constant, erratic, non-directional, zigzag motion of molecules in all kinds of matter. Whenever we see the matter, whether it is non-living or living, the movement of molecules, zigzag movement, non-directional movement, erratic movement, and constantly motion of its molecules within the cell or within the body of matter, whether it is living organism or non-living organism. This movement is automatic. It is constant, non-directional, zigzag in all kinds of matter. It is due to the internal kinetic energy of the molecules. The kinetic energy that is possessed by these molecules that don't allow it to rest. They show movements in all directions. They show zigzag movements. They show non-directional movements with no directions, or they show multiple directional movements at a time. And so autonomic movement. and that is these moments are autonomic. These moments are not generated outside. Brownian moment can be seen under a microscope in a suspension of light particulate matter, resulting from jostling or bumping of particles by the molecules in the suspending medium. The medium which we have, for example, water, it contains some colloidal substances that are dissolved in it. These, whenever the light is put on it and it is seen under microscope, the colloidal particles move here and there. Sometimes they have this direction, then this direction, then this direction. There is no particular direction of the movements, and the molecules do not remain stagnant at a particular state. This moment is called as Brownian moment. So this is autonomic moment, but it can be found in all the molecules, whether living and non-living. Brownian moment has been named after Robert Brown, an English botanist. That was Robert Brown, who first of all studied this kind of moment in colloidal particles. This is also autonomic moment. Otherwise, the autonomic moments take place only in living organisms. Induced moments take place in non-living things, and Brownian moments take place in all the molecules. It is autonomic. It takes place in all the molecules of the matter. This is all about the difference between autonomic, induced, and Brownian moment. That's all for today.